It's that time of year again. The NFL is finally back, and let's talk about it. Let's go through predictions for Week 1 here. First off, the Thursday night, the opener of the season, Detroit versus the Chiefs. I think that the Chiefs are just they're just so good. There's no way I'm gonna go against them until I can see a reason not to. So I'm gonna give the Chiefs the opening victory here, but I do expect the Lions to do very well in this game. Next, we got the Panthers and the Falcons. Yeah, this was a little bit of a toss-up one to me. This is really an either way to me. I like the Panthers' defense more than I like the Falcons, and I want to give them the edge, just ever so slightly. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers here on this one. Next up, we have the Texans and the Ravens, and I think that this is kind of just an outclass matchup. You're gonna see the Ravens win this one, and if not, I'm going to shame them. Bengals Browns. Now I know a lot of people are probably thinking that the Bengals are going to beat the Browns, and I also might have some hometown bias here, but the Browns look good, and they kind of have the Bengals number for the last 6 meetings. I think they're 5-1. Just for some reason, Joe Burrow cannot seem to defeat this Browns team. No idea why. Well, hopefully we'll see. If that's the case, to continue to be. But for now, Browns are winning this one. Woo! Uh, Jags and Colts. I'm really excited to see Anthony Richardson out there, but the problem is when he doesn't have Jonathan Taylor behind him, and his best target to throw to is Michael Pittman. It's hard to get excited. I hope he does a lot on the ground, but I definitely see the Jaguars taking this one pretty easily. Vikings Buccaneers. Bucks with no Mike Evans most likely week 1, or I don't know. I think he's still gonna play. I think he's just gonna. It's to do with his contract. I think he's still gonna play this year. I don't think he's sitting out, but I think his contract negotiations, he's not re-signing with the team if they don't get it done by week 1, which is interesting. But I still think Vikings are most likely one of the best NFC teams left in the conference. I think that they're going to be doing fine, and I think they'll win this one. Titans Saints, new look Saints with Derek Carr. What did they get? They got Jimmy Graham back too, right? Yeah. The Titans. I'm just not high on the Titans anymore. They haven't impressed me for a long time, But I mean, maybe Derrick Henry will still have something that he can put together, but I'm not gonna buy that for now. I'm gonna go with the Saints on that one. 49ers and Steelers. Yeah, that's an easy one. The Niners. The Niners are my pick for the NFC to go to the Super Bowl this year, and the Steelers are not on that level. I think that they are actually the worst team in the AFC North. Um, I don't think that they're bad by any comparison against a lot of the teams, but they just aren't as good as people are hyping them up to be yet. I need to see it before I'm believing it. Yeah, I'm sure they might go 9-7 or 7-9 around that area. Cardinals, Commanders. I am actually super high on the Commanders. I think that this is going to be a great first game to get the ball rolling for them. I'm sorry, but I have no faith in the Cardinals at all this season for anything. There's nothing left on that team. It's bone dry. Packers Bears. Super interesting one because the Bears have looking like they've been going up and the Packers look like they've been going down. So where are they at? I'm going to take the Bears on this first meeting. I don't know how Jordan Love is in game. I've seen, what everybody else has seen. But I also have seen how the Bears have been performing, and that addition with DJ Moore to get Justin Fields more involved with the passing game should be great. Let's see. We got Raiders, Broncos. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm down on the Broncos. Everybody's like, oh, they got Peyton now. They got Peyton. Everything's going to be better. And it's like, no, it's not, man. It is not. You still have Russell Wilson as your quarterback, and he did not look good last year. I don't think that he's going to have a great bounce back season. I think that he's going to do a little bit better than last year, but not back to when he was in Seattle good. And they have so many injuries at the wide receiver position. The second year in a row, Tim Patrick is not even going to play a snap. Jerry Jeudy has a knee issue going on. I don't even know if he's going to play in this game. I just think that the Raiders are better off with with Jimmy G, which isn't a great solution, but I think he's better than Russ right now. And you get Josh Jacobs in that defense. It's just going to outmatch the Broncos in this one. Dolphins Chargers. This is another one that's like a toss-up. It's early year. I think that the Dolphins are going to win this, but they're not my horse to ride on come late in the season. I think that injuries catch up with this team, and I think that Tua is such a huge liability with his concussions and his health that I can't put any money on betting for them to make it. But I don't think the Chargers are bad. I just think that maybe they need something more in the coaching department, some kind of help there. Let's go Eagles and Patriots. Yeah, this is kind of an easy one. The Eagles, right? Like the Patriots just aren't on. They aren't the same caliber of team at the current moment. Not to wipe away anything Belichick's done. I'm sure that the defense will put up a good fight against the Eagles, but I don't think that the offense is going to score next to any points against that Eagles defense. Rams Seahawks. This is one where I'm not as high on like the Seahawks as a lot of people are from last year, and I'm not as low on the Rams as a lot of people are on the Rams. I think you get Stafford and Kupp back, and I think that helps with the Rams a bit. And I don't think that the Seahawks are going to perform again to the high level that they were at late in the season last year. I think they're going to start off kind of slow. So this is one where I'm going to give it to the Rams, but these teams are right around the same area in my opinion. The Seahawks, I would genuinely think, are a little bit above them, but I still think that they start slow. So I'm going to give this first game to the Rams. Cowboys Giants, I'm going to go with the boys. The boys are gonna win this one. It's hard to bet on to bet against the Giants. Like I loved everything that they did last year. I just don't think that they're going to meet up with that expectation again. I think they've exceeded expectation last year, and they haven't necessarily proved to me that the improvement is sustained. Whereas the boys made a great defense out of the boys, and I like moving on from Zeke for Tony Pollard. That's the right choice. And then our final game of Week 1, Monday Night Football. Bills-Jets. This is a great Monday Night Football game to start the season. The new look Jets. I loved their defense last year. I mean, we were up 14 on them. The Browns were up 14 on them in like week 2, week 3, and they came back and in the last 2 minutes, and they really, they showed something that there's something there. There's some spark, and they just didn't have the quarterback to really get it done. But they had a good defense last year. I'm expecting them to have another solid year at defense, but their offense to improve with Rodgers and that Garrett Wilson connection. I'm sure is going to flourish. Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall making his return. And the Bills, I'm down on them a little bit, but not much. I'm excited to see what they do with their new tight end, Dalton Kincaid. I think that it'll be interesting to see if he gets thrown into the offense a bit more than like Dawson Knox would, if they're going to utilize that as another target, like how the Chiefs utilize Kelsey. Obviously, we have no idea yet, but that's where my interest is peaked for them. But I'm going to take the Jets in this first matchup. All right, that's all I got for Week 1, guys. If you guys want me to break down anything after Week 1, or if you guys want me to go over my results, or if you guys want my playoff predictions or anything like that, just let me know. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe.